US share markets ended last week higher, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average capping off 5 straight days of gains and ending last week over 12,000. This was a very good result and in context is the highest level it has been since June of 2008. The reason for the increases last week was the further announcements from major corporates in the US that they've seen some pretty good earnings over the past few months. In addition to this was the unexpected announcement that US unemployment rate has dropped down to 9%. While this is good news, we still do suggest that the US employment situation is going to be relatively weak right through this year. The Kiwi dollar remains strong against the US and on Monday morning is trading just shy of 77 cents against the US. There's been plenty of talk about increases in global commodity prices over the past few months. The talk is all about decreases in supply and the big increases that we have seen in prices. The fact that we've seen another major storm rip through Australia over the past week won't have helped matters either. Last week we did see big increases in global sugar prices and they are currently at a 30-year high. Much of this can be put down to the interruptions in supply from the Australian crop. Queensland produces around a third of the sugarcane crop out of Australia and it is now estimated that about 50% of this will now be lost. Last year we saw big decreases in supply with sugarcane down to around a 20-year low. Now it seems that we won't see big increases for this year and it is likely that we will see production around flat levels. Last week US imported beef prices did see some easing. Once again, with most other commodity products, it does come down to supply and demand fundamentals. We've seen a slight increase in supply coming out of the Australian market as more beef has become available for the US imported beef schedules. In addition to this, we've seen a major snowstorm rip through the US market over the past week, which has probably meant that less consumers have been able to get to the supermarket in order to buy their beef protein products. For this reason, we have seen some slight easing in the US beef prices. While this is a negative impact on the global market, we still forecast that US beef prices will remain fairly strong over the short to medium term. Last week we did see some small increases in some parts of New Zealand for beef schedules, and the short-term outlook is definitely looking positive for beef producers here in New Zealand.